Hi everyone, this is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. This is the daily forecast for all signs. It is originally created for Wednesday the 31st of August, but it's not solely set for that date. If you're seeing it on a date different than that date, that's okay. If it still makes sense to your life or a situation you're dealing with, by all means utilize the reading. If it doesn't fit, that's okay too. It doesn't mean that anything's broken or wrong. You just might be working on something different at this time. This reading is for all signs. It is a broad spectrum collective reading. I do speak in broad terms, so you have to figure out if and where it fits in your life, if at all. For those of you that are new, please check out the drop-down menu underneath any of my daily videos. In there is some housekeeping rules, the different decks that I'm using, how to contact me via social media for a private reading, and ways to support the channel. Simple ways to support the channel are hitting that thumbs up button if you enjoy the content, subscribing, sharing the video out, and leaving a question or comment. All of those things greatly help. Let's get into this reading and see what's going on for today. And our card for the day, it's still that Eight of Wands. Okay, and I shuffled really well. So we're seeing the Eight of Wands twice in a row today, or twice in a row this week. Eight of Wands signifies a message of love as a rule, right? It is wands, so it's fire and that of desire. It is about forward movement. Eights are about, obtaining balance again, or, a continuum, a connection, moving towards that connection. Wands can oftentimes signify travel or forward movement, usually at a very swift pace. I love the joy that this card feels like. This boy is happy. He's running through a field. He's jumping over the hurdles. Things aren't necessarily stopping him, right? Underpinning this from the Sunday reading is the Six of Cups, which is also a very warm feeling, loving card, right? A card filled with nostalgia, with a focus on what's sweet in life, what's good in life, where our relationships are going well. Being appreciative of that. It's like more of a focus on the simple things and the pleasure that those simple things bring. This Eight of Wands would be about sort of the demonstration or the action that takes place when we're in those good feelings of the Six of Cups, right? So when we're feeling, compassion, love, kindness, nostalgia, harmony, that sort of a thing in our relationships, we're able to express it more easily or readily through the Eight of Wands. We might find that others are expressing their love towards us, or we are feeling a desire to express that love towards them. That love does not necessarily only have to be romantic, but it oftentimes can be with the Eight of Wands. But if we're finding ourselves just expressing our love or compassion, our value, or how much we value a certain person or relationship, this would be a good energy to do it in. It's oftentimes direct, readily available, and forward moving, in the sense that it moves our relationships forward, it moves our desire, our connection to those relationships forward in a positive direction and way, right? So be on the lookout for opportunities to express how we feel in warm, comfortable, positive ways that are filled with kind of love, compassion, and harmony, essentially. So I think that, we're seeing this 2 days in a row because any of us that might be looking at these readings and are currently working on our relationships, I feel like we're doing good, positive, productive work. The Eight of Wands would indicate forward movement or productiveness within our relationship, expressing ourselves from a place that's heartfelt and even soul-felt, with the Eight of Wands being here. The Eight of Wands would represent more the soul, the Six of Cups would represent the heart, and so there should be an opportunity to express from a deeper place, a more, self-realized or emotional place that is open, available, kind, all of those things should be happening for us. Let's look to the Shamanic medicine cards and see what comes out there. Oh, we have a new card. Earth, nurture. I like this card in the sense that she looks like a seed, right? And she's growing grass and there's rain pouring down on it, and the word is nurture. I love all of the green colors in this card. It kind of matches the field that is behind him that he's running through, right? So when we look at this metaphorically, the field is kind of like maybe the relationships that we tend to. How we tend to them, what we feed them, what we nurture them is what we get back in return. I feel like what we are feeding them or nurturing them or how we're cultivating them, to use another gardening term, helps us to see more clearly. Because remember, the grounding stone this week, for the entirety of the week, is about clarity. It shows us a little bit more clearly how to better nurture, right? Because that's the shamanic medicine card, to better nurture our relationships in positive ways that are felt and from a place that's maybe more based in spirit, more based in love, more based in kindness, and move them forward in a way that's productive and powerful, even grounded, because this card is called Earth, so that makes me think of like grounding and being connected, not only at, like, say, maybe an emotional level, which would be the Six of Cups underneath all of this, or a spiritual level, which would be the Eight of Wands, but also at a physical level with the Earth card here. There's an opportunity here to really honor ourselves, or allow our relationships to honor us, feed us, nurture us, and make us feel more whole, more full, more excited, more happy. This isn't necessarily a time to be worried about like things that aren't going our way, right? Or if there's a relationship that's causing us trouble, I think that's not the relationship to focus on. We want to be shifting our focus to the relationships that we're grateful for, that we're nurturing, and that we're able to grow in positive directions, in directions that are based in love and kindness, rather than in trying to force something or make something happen. There could be a certain level of release with this Eight of Wands too, or movement forward, and that could mean we're moving away from relationships that suck our attention in negative ways, right? And moving towards the relationships that do matter, or that do bring us warm feelings and comfort, right? And from that, in a way, we're sort of nurturing ourselves. We're kind of growing our relationships back up out of the ground in new and profound ways. Let me read Earth to you. I also love that her hair looks like fire, and the Eight of Wands is a fire sign, right? A fire card. So I like that that's also going on. It almost looks like the fire of the wands kind of underneath the earth being like built or growing to the surface, coming to the surface and being expressed more positively. So if there's things that we're hiding or haven't said yet, the feelings of the Six of Cups and the action of the Eight of Wands might mean that now is the time to express those things, nurture those feelings, nurture those moments, and allow them to come forward and see the kind of beauty that they bring, or the abundance that they can bring forward. So Earth, nurture. Earth supports and nurtures your plans. Like a gardener who tends to seeds, Earth is solid, firm, and provides the foundation needed for the results you desire. Fertile and stable. Earth is associated with the Divine Mother, birth, life, death, and rebirth. Gift yourself some time in nature. Allow the earth to restore you. Go barefoot, sink your feet in the mud, get your hands dirty, or start gardening. You may wish to take part in the shamanic rite of being buried in the earth with the correct supervision. How comfortable do you feel connecting with this element? Does it feel natural and nurturing? Familiarize yourself with this element and its traits. Dig within and find those qualities in yourself. Feel which aspects of earth you lack or need to hone. Draw upon Earth's magical and mysterious gifts as you rest and recharge under her protection. Earth will nurture and restore in you all that is required for you to move forward. That forward movement would also be the Eight of Wands, guys. Earth revealed. This is our sacred home. We come from the earth, and to it we return. From the soil comes our food, the plants, and the animals. Trees send their roots deep into the land. We are of the earth, and from the earth we are sustained and nurtured. Earthquakes and volcanoes remind us to respect our earth and to not take the blessings of earth medicine for granted. Other divinatory meanings. Spend more time outside. Ensure you are grounded when doing spiritual work. Take up gardening, hug or sit beneath a favorite tree. The birth of a project requires solid groundwork. Strong foundations ensure success and longevity. Visit your homeland. Earth speaks. The element to call is earth. Connect, restore, and then rebirth. Sink deeply as I nurture you. Recharge, restore, and start anew. So I like this. To me, this could be almost even a rekindling within our own self, a harmonizing within our own self that also benefits our outside relationships, guys. And that's the nurturing of this earth part too. And so the grounding stone for the day is focus. So I think focusing our attention on ourselves, on our relationships in a harmonizing, loving, kind, spiritually and heart-centered way helps us to grow these relationships or nurture these relationships into a different direction than maybe they were going or than maybe they have been. I feel like there's a turnover or a regeneration. It's something about this woman being under the ground, about seeing the Eight of Wands 2 days in a row. There's a rekindling or a reestablishment of how we feel in our relationships that should be beneficial. We also saw the Queen of Cups in the early part of this week, coupled with the Six of Cups, which is now affecting the midweek. So there is this emotional reconnection that we've been kind of hopefully going through or connecting with that's allowing us to sort of rekindle or see things differently. And from there, the rebirth that comes with the Earth card is maybe taking place for ourselves. Even if it's just only for ourselves, where we are rebirthing or re-seeing how we are in a relationship, or maybe finding new appreciation for who we are or what we do in a relationship, now is the time to stop being critical of ourselves and to open ourselves up to harmonizing within ourselves or appreciating ourselves and what we do, what we put forth, how we, what we bring to our relationships. It's not necessarily about looking at them and what they're doing per se. It's about this Earth card makes me feel like her being under the soil there. It feels like the focus really is on ourselves. The Six of Cups, the Queen of Cups, those would all be also focused on the self and how we feel, and what those feelings induce in us and what action it asks us to take, or what steps we sort of take forward as we grow into this new relation or this new way of relating to our relationships. So keep that in mind as you go through this day, keeping that focus sharp, searching for that clarity in who you are and what you are and how you behave and what you bring to the table, and then enjoying it, celebrating it, and acknowledging it, continuing to nurture it. That is your forecast for the day. I hope you enjoyed it. Please hit the like button, subscribe, share the video out, and leave me a question or comment. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.